From Newsnets and CCTV, it's high school basketball coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
All right, welcome back to the start, or just a minute into the fourth quarter. We had some technical issues. Everybody, we apologize for that. The Vikings on their first possession were unable to score. It committed a turnover. And as we talk right now, we see TC's Megan Lautner get the ball inside. She gets fouled and goes back to the free throw line, where Traverse City as a squad has been deadly here tonight.
She's been one of the go-to players for Traverse City, at least in the second half. She had two layups, and then she'll be shooting 2 more free throws.
She misses the first. She has 4 points tonight, all of them here in the second half.
I want to again make the caveats for the language and things because,
That's just the second miss in 10 attempts by the Traverse City squad tonight. She drains that one.
Traverse City down 13. You got to think slowly, start chipping away. And hopefully within the last 2-3 minutes, you're within 5.
Vikings swing the ball from side to side. Anderson gets a nice drive attempt. Little fumbleitis going out there by the girls. They have maintained control, though.
That is crazy. I mean, because, listen, I don't praise fiction very much.
How about that? Nice rebound right in there by the Vikings. Sophomore Anna Whipple. Looks like we got a foul off the ball on Traverse City, maybe a holding call right there. Their 6th-team foul. The Vikings will go to the line. After that now, 9 team fouls for Cadillac, so Traverse City will have double bonus at any point.
Traverse City's backed off their defense a little bit, not quite meeting the Vikings by the white line, more towards the blue line.
That's where the Vikings need to be patient. They got a 13-point lead. Move the ball around, give everybody involved, make Traverse City defend. And don't leave Molly, and they do, and she drains 3.
Knock it down. That's Molly's first 3 tonight, and that just gives Traverse City a little bit of credit for basically shutting her down. So
16-point lead by the Vikings right now. 3-point attempt is just a little bit off, but she gets it right back. This one is off also. Wagner with 2 good looks.
I like how her teammate passed it right back to her. Even if you're off by a little bit, that second shot you can kind of adjust, and I mean she was close, just off the mark.
We want to make sure and mention our camera crew out there tonight, doing all the hard work in the gym tonight. Damian Brooks, Zach Wiggins, Miley Hilikowski. And directing the show back in the truck, Hannah Crouch. Nice job of keeping her dribble right there. It's going to send number 23 right here, Anna Allie Jo McKenna, to the free throw line. Her first attempts. This should be double bonus if what's up on the scoreboard is correct here, Ab.
I think you are right.
So we got a big basketball game tomorrow, Evan, down in Ann Arbor, as the Michigan State Spartan men travel to play.
Oh boy.
Juwan Howard and the Michigan Wolverines. What's your pick?
I'm a Michigan fan. I haven't really been following too much college basketball. I have heard State's not been playing great lately, but Michigan I don't think has been playing too great either.
Yeah, so. Neither team at this point in the year playing too well. So Ev's going with the Wolverines. I'll go with the Spartans. Allie Jo McKenna drains 2 more free throws for Traverse City. They just do not miss.
That's impressive, being in a different gym rather than your own, shooting that well from the line. I know it's the same distance, but just the environment makes it a little more challenging.
Anderson goes to the line, and she is fouled. She's going to step for 2 free throws right here. Another good offensive possession by the Vikings. 6-7 touches by different players, and Anderson gets a nice drive.
We'll see if she can knock down her first one. Just a little bit long off the back of the rim. Vikings are up 14 with about 5 minutes left.
Here comes her second attempt. And that one is in. Makes the lead 15.
A little adjustment, but she was able to knock it down.
And once again, at the front of that press, we see Jocelyn Seeley get a hand on the ball. Goes out of bounds off of Traverse City.
If you're Cadillac's coaches, you are definitely happy with the defensive press that the girls have been playing.
Vikings swing it from left to right. Anderson goes to the middle. Seeley doesn't like what she saw, and it goes back right to left now. That's a great possession when you're up by a bunch of points late in the game.
Mm-hmm. Slow it down. There's no point of trying to keep scoring. Make sure, free throws and layups.
Free throws and layups. And we see Seeley step to the line right here. She was fouled on her layup attempt or short jump shot.
Just off for the first one. We'll see if she can adjust and make the second.
We've got a timeout on the floor with 4:43 to go. So for Traverse City and Coach Drake, at this point in the game, you've had an excellent strategy of sticking like glue to two of the best scorers in the Big North Conference. And it's paid off, but you find yourself down by 15. What do you do, Ev? Do you stay with that and stay with Molly? Or do you look to double team where you can now?
I would double team where we can now. Molly has been scoring a few lately. McKenna's out, but without Molly getting in the rhythm, shooting as many threes as she typically does, I would challenge her and say, okay, we've been guarding you up tight all game. Maybe see if you can make a few. So I like once they cross half court, I would trap them. Hopefully have some help side defense, pick a few off. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think at this point in the game, you can't let Cadillac move the ball around as much as they have the last couple of possessions. I think you got to do a little bit of getting in that passing lane, leave your player a little bit, look for that double team like you're talking.
It's just like pulling your goalie in hockey. You've got to risk it a little more, and hopefully it pays off.
So Seeley steps to the line with her second free throw attempt. She missed the first. Let's see how she does with this one after the timeout.
Just off the mark for a second as well.
Her follow-through looks a little off on those, Ev. Mm-hmm. It's looking like from our angle she's not quite falling through to the center of the basket.
But as a freshman, being in front of a big crowd, trying to knock a few free throws down, that pressure still may be getting to her, but come sophomore year, junior year, she's going to shoot like she would in practice.
I think Drabeck got a little piece of that last Traverse City shot, causing it to go astray. She's going to get a jump shot from the corner as a result. Give her two more.
Maddie Drabeck? Was that it?
Yep.
Was two more? The Vikings pressure gave up a nice little jump shot for
Lautner again.
Lautner. She's been playing
7 for the game.
All in the second half.
All in the second half. You are right. Just 3.5 to go in the game. The Vikings with a 15-point lead. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast on Newsnet and CCTV.
It looks like Traverse City has not changed their defensive plan for Molly Anderson. There's still no help on her. Which you could look either way. If she could very easily make a few in a row.
Traverse City with the ball. I think they were waiting for Cadillac players to get on the bench. And as a result, unfortunately for Traverse City, They threw it inbounds to a player that had already cut. That's one of those turnovers, believe it or not, that's kind of caused by a short delay by a player on the Viking bench. We give that turnover credit to Coach Simons for not giving up his chair.
That's just good coaching right there.
Olivia Meyer in the corner with it. McTaggart's back in. She got into a little bit of foul trouble. Good to see her back out on the floor now. Meyer with the jump shot. That's a little bit off, a little short.
McTaggart able to tip it away, but it went right back to a Traverse City player. About
Vikings.
3 minutes left. Vikings are up 15.
Another
Great
basket
shot
for
by
Lautner. She now has 9.
She has really turned things on in the second half.
That cuts the lead to 13. Back come the Vikings with the ball. Olivia Meyer gets them in their offensive set.
Being down 13, if I was Traverse City, I'd be putting a lot more pressure on the ball, maybe even start fouling pretty soon.
3-point basket off the pass from McTaggart is good for Olivia Meyer. TC does a nice job breaking the press right there. Everything but in on that jump shot.
Just off the mark, but Molly Anderson got the rebound and barely
Yeah.
dribbled it out. Traverse City
Darcy
State
Danzer
ball.
with that shot attempt just does not fall. That was a good-looking move, good-looking shot.
Looks like Chesney Berge is in for Maddie Drabeck. They give it right back to Lautner. She's able to get another 2.
That's a nice little fake inside reverse pivot. She's got a kind of a good repertoire of different moves down there. She's used several of them to get some nice shots tonight. Olivia Meyer with the rebound off of it. The miss by Anderson. She puts it in. Comes back to a 16-point lead with a minute and a half to play.
Vikings are staying in a 2-1-2 press.
They're using that press up, but it's more just to kind of slow them down, I think. They're not pressing as hard as they were. And it's kind of their MO. They just don't like to run back on defense. Anderson comes away with the steal. She gets it over half court, and we've got a short timeout here. I think we want to get a few players in the ball game with 1:11 to play is why this timeout was called.
Yep.
Looks like number 22 for the Vikings. And number 25 checking in, that's Whipple and Lorena Dostal. So this will be the Vikings keeping their undefeated conference and overall season record. It's been a tough battle. You know, they've got a 16-point lead, but it's been kind of a close game. It was 10 after the first quarter, and from that point on, it's been very much a pretty darn even ball game.
Yep, they got their lead early and they've held it. I believe each quarter the lead grows by about 2 points, but not really too much more than that. So, yeah, it's been back and forth, but Cadillac's just been able to hold the lead a little bit more than letting Traverse City come back into it.
So last year, the Vikings ended conference play 10-0. They're still undefeated this year. They were 21-4 overall last year. And, you know, depending on how things go throughout the rest of this year, they probably won't end up with 4 losses. And I'm sure the girls are thinking, we don't want to end up with any.
Yep. Yeah, losing is bad.
Words of wisdom to live by Evan Frito.
Our coach would always ask, because he's like, do you guys really like winning that much, or do you just hate losing? And I think everyone agreed on, we just hate losing. Oh, just in and out for Berge.
Berge gets a rebound off of another missed attempt. She finds McTaggart inside. Dostal gets a jump shot, and it's just off. Nice ball movement right there by the underclassmen of the Vikings.
I was about to say the same thing. Pass it into the paint. Kicked it right back out. Dossel had a wide open 3 just off the mark.
So that went junior to junior, and that shot was just a little bit off. Nice to see that from them.
Berge keeping the pressure on Traverse City.
That shot is off. Anderson boxes out and gets a rebound, has her head up. She decides to wait. Probably a good choice. Her shot is off as she goes to the basket. She gets a deflection, but it's going to go right back to Traverse City. They come back with about 6 to play on the clock. Dostal gets a steal, and I think that's going to end it right here.
That's the ball game.
Vikings come away with a hard-fought 45-29 victory here tonight. Evan and I will be moments away. We'll be right back with our final thoughts on the ball game here tonight on Newsnet and CCTV.